Like, I really don't have to do tricks. I really didn't have to do tricks. Like, I just wipe my face, my shirt on my sleeve. But there's certain things like how the Sacramento wine used to have drugs in it. Used to have like cocaine or LSD or basically maybe even ecstasy inside the wine. So when people would go and take their chip, their cracker, and their wine, what they would actually be drinking is ecstasy or LSD or something. Basically, a long, long time ago, hundreds of years ago, there were drugs in the world. Only nobody knew that there were drugs in the world, so they would go and get their sacrament every day, or their sacrament on Sunday or whatever. Or every day, I don't know. I don't really know, but basically it kept them coming back. And basically it was like LSD or cocaine or ecstasy or something. Like I said, people eventually did want to test the sacrament wine because I told them to test it, that there were drugs in there. Anyway, it was like LSD or ecstasy or something. Like I said, JFK, Jimmy Carter, and all of them, they wanted to basically eliminate it. I mean, make it look like there was nothing in there. And it's like, well, no, drugs have been around forever. They were trying to hide the fact that there are drugs in the world and the universe that could actually make you feel these feelings. Like I said, I mean, I did certain things. It's true, or allowed certain things to happen. I really didn't mind it. You were my people. You were my flock. And so, but I mean, I was open and straightforward. It's like, well, this is what's in the wine. This is what you feel. This is why you feel these feelings. There's nothing wrong with you knowing what's going on. It's like it won't change the fact that it makes you feel better. It won't change the fact that you still want and crave and desire these things. It's just like sex. You'll want and crave it no matter what. It's hardwired into you. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't have sex and you wouldn't reproduce, and I really wouldn't have a world population, would I? If you didn't enjoy sex. So, and like I say, I'm your master. I'm your leader. I was your creator. I genetically created you who you are. And like I said, I went the distance. I went all the way. I hate it when like Nixon or the other people said, "Oh, I want to go all the way. I knew it. My parents said I would go all the way." It's like, no, you didn't. He didn't go all the way. He just went far enough that he became a problem, and I put him down and tortured the shit out of him. Anyway, Nixon or JFK or Jimmy Carter or someone were trying to make believe that they just could have a bigger stick and they could do whatever they wanted. And it's like, well, not really. They were a problem. I grabbed them and basically tortured the shit out of them. Because they're a problem for me and they're a problem for everyone else. Now, if I didn't do it, someone was going to do it for me. So it didn't really matter whether I did it or someone else did it. It was still going to happen. And like I said, there are far worse life forms out there in the universe. Like Nixon or JFK. They're really bad. I don't really care. It's just a bunch of people running around with guns. Like as if I had a gun right here and I basically got a gun and went door to door until I found some drugs. Or went down to the 7-Eleven and robbed it. Came back with a Slurpee. And after having raped the attendant or something like that. There are people doing that. That's all JFK was, really. Just a guy with a gun that did whatever he wanted. Until someone put a bullet in his head. There are like 500 or 1,000 or a couple thousand or 50,000 people that were just like that. If it wasn't for the fact that they would probably get very dead, and even then they still kind of chanced it sometimes. And then they got very dead after maybe killing 1 or 2 people. Anyway, that's basically what was happening in the Wild West. It wasn't really wild. It was more like just epic stupidity. A bunch of people run around with guns thinking that a gun made them powerful or whatever. Like I said, usually they would shoot one and then someone would shoot them. And then that would be that. Anyway, it's just a problem. That's why we kind of like try and keep people from having guns because I don't know. Like I don't care. But that's the way it was. I'm just being open and honest and saying this is the way it is. It's the stupid idiots out there like, no. It's like, yes, it was. That's what the problem was. Yeah, there's people who have guns now. That want to keep this position of power or keep this position of whatever, and it's like, well, you're just stupid. Yeah, whatever. Just like the Pope, technically he doesn't want me to be known about. He doesn't want anybody to know that I'm the creator, but I am. I put to tell people. Lucifer Star is the name of your creator, me. Like thinking that by nobody knowing who I am, that I would be less powerful. or that it could stop me from torturing them and JFK. And it's like, no, they still got tortured. 500 million people got tortured, or so. Or I tried to cut it down to make it less. I got it down to a couple thousand or something. I don't know. If I didn't do it, someone was. Other people are like, give me a fucking... It's like, what? What do you want me to do? Lie to you? You want me to tell you, oh, it's not going to happen? Oh, it didn't happen? It's like, yeah, it did. It happened. JFK, Nixon, you know, they thought that it wouldn't happen, that they could stop it. It's like, no. You can't stop it, Rodney. You can't stop it, Rick Bush. You can't stop it, anyone. If it was going to happen, it's going to happen. It did happen. Technically, it already happened. There was no stopping me. There was no stopping them. If I didn't do it, there were other people that were going to do it far worse than me. Like I said, I wasn't vicious about it. And like I said, some things won't actually even give you an out. They won't let you pull the feeding tube out of your arm. They'll just keep torturing you for as long as they feel like. And it'll never end. Like I said, there are things that are actually malicious out there in the universe. I'm not one of them. Never was. Like I say, Rodney thought I was trying to scare people, or trying to scare him, or threaten him. It's like, no, I'm just telling you the way it is. Other people, other dons, even Richard Nixon at some point in time admitted it because he was 90 and didn't care anymore. And he was basically like, well, I chopped off the left arm, then I chopped off the right arm. You know, I mean, he told the truth about everything. Besides, he knew he was kind of talking to me, or something. Like, everyone would realize, you know, that I'm the Lord, I'm the Creator. Anyway, I would find out one way or another. Anyway, other people was like, this fool, blah blah blah. Like, you didn't know me. You never did. I'm 40 and I don't care anymore. Doesn't matter. Just telling you what I was and who I was. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm not trying to make you not understand something. It's like, well, I mean, ask Nixon. Ask some of the powerful people in the universe. Ask the powerful people in the world about the truth of the past. They should just tell you and be open and be like, well, this is what was going on. It doesn't matter. A lot of these people, you can't put them in jail anyway because, like, what are you going to do? It's 100 years old and they didn't even do it. It was like somebody else that did it. Or they were just defending themselves from someone else. Like, it's just a bunch of... It was just a big nightmare. A whole bunch of stupidity, and mostly it was Nixon and JFK and a few other people that were at the center of it. Not even me. I was very much side or out of it. Had nothing to do with my existence at all. It had more to do with just what was happening on Earth. Like, my existence and what happened to Earth are two separate different things. My beginning and end didn't really start. I might end on Earth, but I didn't start on Earth. So, you know, they were trying to find that my start of my existence on Earth. It's like, no, I didn't start here. Brian's like just a side thing and didn't even really, I don't even pay, as Brian, I don't even really do anything. What I was is Lucifer Star, you know, my old self. That was me, the real me. Like, this is just a small shade of who I used to be. Bunch of memories, bunch of other stuff. And basically, I lived that long. Hey, whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of people will be like, oh, it's like, shut your fucking face. You know, you're young, you're stupid, you have no clue about anything in the universe or even what's happening right now on the planet. You have a few fallacy or ideas which are probably not true and possibly are probably going to get you killed. You have no idea of anything. You think the homie next door to you, you think the big powerful guy with a gun or whatever, you are believing other people's lies. You have no clue of anything. Rodney would say, get this through your head to me. It's like, get this through your head. You have no clue about anything. You don't understand how the universe works. You don't understand who's really powerful in the universe. You don't even probably know who's powerful here on this planet. Could be Putin. It could be the geek down the street with the computer. Which was true, mostly. A lot of hackers were going around putting a lot of zeros pretending to be rich, but they weren't really rich. And some mercenaries had killed a few people and then found out that these people don't really have money. So they went back and knocked. Anyway, Zachary had to eventually tell him that there's no money. It's all a lie. So, anyway, whatever. A bunch of people found out how much they were actually being lied to. So I'm just telling you now. Make it easier for you.